It is open, my friends. Battles have yet to begin. Laughter we had in gales and floods, but if not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
Last time we left off in the Grantinan product, the crew that Ultion's been working with set off on a mission of their own to gather some information of what's happening in the second level, while Ultion dashed away to fetch his interceptor, version 2, in order to get it up to where he needs it. Along the way, they discovered that their plan was known, and that basically everything was set up for them to continue, but they pulled out before the trap could be properly sprung. The 3 crew members still got caught in part of the trap, managed to escape with their lives after being cornered in a fight they definitely couldn't have won. Whereas Ultion and BT found they cheated, they did, they walked through a wall. That was cheating. Whereas Ultion and BT found a left message, basically of ego gloating and saying, "Let the games begin." We left them off, arriving back in their home base. Few of them battered, bruised, resting inside the underground portion of it. Underground. Keep note, this is on the 5th level, so there's technically no underground. And Ultion confronted Sir Rodney, trying to get some answers to his suspicions, only got a couple. Where we're going to start is with Ultion, Sir Rodney, and Korag, who was up there as well, walking back down with a big old pot of soup and a bunch of bowls for everyone to enjoy a nice soup after a hard mission. That was technically a fail. Sort of.
Really a failure if you know you're going to fail.
Oh, that sounded like many. Almost. Sir Rodney starts divvying out some of the soups and says, "Well then, who would like to report first? Any details you got at all?"
Well, it seemed like they knew we were coming, or knew pretty much as soon as we left. Whichever. And got out, but there was definitely... That was a trap. I don't know if there's any other word for it being anything but a trap, so... yeah, that's all I got.
They also did not pull any stops. They threw everything they had. Death had we not left.
Nelbert, Ultion, and BT, how was yours?
1 second, let me switch over. About the same. A little smoother, though. We have to change up our game plan.
Well, we're all ears. I did get some information while I was out on mine. I was able to learn a few things. A couple of notes here. Some that I thought might be interesting. He produces a stack of papers. Like, I borrowed them. Well, most of them. First thing I would like to note is just for your planning, in case this is something that you're still thinking about, the package they have on the 7th floor is going to be moved in, I believe it's on the 4th solar of this line. So, 3 solars for now. And there's word of a public execution happening in 2 solars on the 3rd of this line. But the one I am going to be looking more into is the contract holder for the major contract is going to be coming in. From all I can understand is everything that's happening on the 2nd floor is by request of contract holder. Whoever this is, that is an event I would like not to miss. There's never any names or anything, it is just contract holder. Confidentiality, I suppose, but there might be some answers in there, so I will be planning for that. But if it is something you are thinking of, that will be happening on the 1st solar of the next line, so 7 solars from now. Otherwise,
All right, so
all ears to your plan, Ultion. Please. He sits down and starts eating his soup.
the package was. I have notes about that. Can you remind me what the package was?
Yes, it's...
Remind everybody, probably.
Yeah. So the package on the 7th floor is something that is being held and kept, is very heavily protected and guarded, and gets moved from location to location on the 7th floor. The entire floor is basically administration for city dealings. So there are periodically some rooms that are cleared out and emptied as the package is moved to that district of the floor, while everything else from that district is moved to the other district. Huge hassle and annoying for most of the administration needs of the city, but it's something they deal with, because they get paid a lot by the corporations.
And the package is not what's on floor 13.
No, this is something
Okay.
different. Yeah.
Yep.
Good question.
Is the package the prisoner I've been told about? Or is that the execution?
Presumably. You're not
Presumably.
too sure. There's no... So far, so Rodney's not said any correlation between the execution that's being rumored and rumored to happen in 2 solars and the package getting moved in 3 solars.
For flavor purposes, Mr. Timms is eating his soup very delicately, but
Mr.
he
Timms?
does have me. Corag Timms. Mr.
Right.
Timms.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, we had a dog that was named Mr. Timms once. And
Oh.
that's immediately what came to my mind when you said that.
Nope.
Okay, carry
but
on.
Mr. Timms does have fangs, so it's kind of a Beauty and the Beast situation, trying to figure out how to get the spoon into his mouth while being, fancy about it.
Delicately missing. Accidentally pouring the contents back into his bowl.
Only a little bit.
Is it still
As
5
a
3
note-
11? Is it still 5 3 11? Or is it now
No, it's
6 3 11?
it is last I have on the date. You're at the end of 7/3/11, aren't you?
I
Coming-
didn't write down a single date last week, so
Okay, you're
no.
coming. It's basically midnight of 7/3/11. You're coming into 1/4/11.
okay.
And also, Shadow, the way he is eating the soup is he has the ball up close to his face, and every now and then his tongue just comes out and licks up a portion, just like a cat would with milk or something. And sometimes it splatters in a different direction, and he doesn't quite notice.
I eat my soup with a spoon, like a normal person.
Hey, I'm eating it with a spoon, just not well.
Skill issue.
All right. All right, I think I have a game plan. Like I said before, they know what we look like. At least, we will look now. Let's try a little experiment. We go out in civilian clothing. Shadow, I want you to see about this package. See if it's prisoner. I think I know who that is. Do it during the day and in plain clothes. You have to run, and we'll know. We'll know if they know exactly what we look like. Rodney, find out all you can about this administrator who's coming in. Minnie, find out about this execution. As for Horeg, myself, and BT, we will dissent information. We'll use the images you've captured to tell the people about what's happening on level 2. Can you get me a way to print a lot of paper, Rodney?
There are some connections I have inside the higher floors that I might be able to reach out to. It might help if you did the negotiating yourself.
I can do that.
Good.
I'll also need a lot of green cloth.
You'll need to get in touch with a tailor for that. I actually know someone who might be good for that, actually. Darshan. He's on the 3rd floor. I'll see if I can set up a meeting with him and the printer friend of mine on the same solar. It might not be this one, though. You might have to wait till tomorrow.
That's fine. In the meantime, we'll get a hold of some paint. And we'll get started.
Paint is doable in most general stores. That won't be too hard. There's
Does everybody?
How tall is this city?
the city, roughly 17 miles tall.
17 miles?
It's tall.
Wait, 17 isn't like Mount Everest? How tall's Mount Everest?
Around there.
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry, we're in Nathriel. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's because Peter was saying it, okay? Forget about it.
So this is actually a fine point and something that hasn't been brought up yet. The city is very, very, very tall. It's incredibly tall. So for those of you who might be interested in physics and how oxygen's working up there, well, that's a good question. It's not that great when you're outside. That's why most of it has these arcane wards that help with it, which is why the ventilation system, which is something Ethan's asked about, or Ultion's thinking about as well, was something that is important to already have established. A lot of the city has been organized already. You just have to think about asking of some of them. There's a lot that goes into it, but they can breathe perfectly fine up in the top ones. It's all thanks to wardings.
Does anyone have any questions?
I suppose I do. So to be clear, you want me to hand out paper?
Not exactly. We'll use the ventilation systems. They're powerful. We'll spread the paper throughout the city.
So you don't even want me to hand out the paper. You just want me to bring the paper to a vent.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It won't work that way. You can't just choose any event. You would need, if you want that to be a distribution center, you're going to need to gain access to the core ventilation system itself. And those are on the outskirts of the city in each level area. I'm not saying it's not doable, but it will take some extra planning.
We have time. That's why the paint will work in the meantime.
Okay.
It is an initial plan, that is good. I will be doing my best to figure out who this contract holder is. It is, to clarify something for you, Ultion, it is not someone involved in Grantinan politics. It is a contract holder. Someone who has come to Grantina for something, like some kind of good to get invented, or some kind of product that the place provides. They pay Grantina for something. No idea what it is, but apparently they have quite a bit of sums, seeing as they've basically got the entire production of 5 rings of the second floor to their will.
But people talk. Especially privileged people.
That is very
Someone
true.
might slip up.
There is a Senate meeting today that is open for those of my status. I'll attend it, see if there's any more information.
Good. Do you have any schematics for the ventilation cores?
Not for the ventilation cores. It is not something I thought about. We could get schematics for it. There's actually, let me send you to Barrel. He will have more. Oh, Barrel is my nickname for him. Jormund. Go find Jormund goods in actually this floor. He's inside the second ring. He's got he should have paints, so you might be able to help with that, but he's also one of the contacts for illegal type things.
Org, do you have a bag of holding?
Me? Well, no.
Here.
I'm going to hand you my bag of holding, for you to store all the paint in, because I'm going to have you go store to store and pick up paint.
Bag of holding. Added. Okay, cool. Okay. I will do that.
I don't even have anything in mine because I've not been paying attention and not putting anything in there. So that's fine. Go ahead. Here's an empty bag of holding.
Ultion just has a bag of holding.
I forget that because I have the Belt of Hill Giant strength, I'm
I've
never
insane
become
Yeah.
encumbered, so that's why I haven't noticed that I haven't been putting anything in there.
Oh gosh.
All right. So, Mr. Timms is going to go store to store and just get a bunch of white
Thank
paint,
you.
as much as the bag will hold. Me and Big Ten, we're going to go talk to that one guy that you just mentioned for the schematics. And
Cheryl.
yes, and then did you also mention, you said the meeting with the other two will be in a couple days?
Yes, when he can get them set up. He'll need a day to set them up.
No worries. And then, yeah. Minnie's going to go see about that execution, and Shadow's going to go see about that package.
Yep.
Quote unquote. Package. All right. Team break. All right.
Break. All right. Plan set in. Switching to daytime operations. Presumably, most of you go get some sleep and take a long rest.
Oh,
What
yeah.
we're also going to do while we're doing that, once you hit the long rest button, go ahead and level up too, because we've
Hey,
kicked
yo.
into things.
Let's go.
And we need that level up time. Hello.
Okay, I think this is pretty straightforward.
For the most part, yeah. And while they go through the actual process,
Sweet.
I will tell everyone. Shameless plug, check our description for the merch store in the link. You can get one of things like this mug. And the artwork that's switching over there. On t-shirts, nonetheless. Look at this.
So we've just gone up to level 9?
9,
Oh.
yeah.
Cool.
My cool thing isn't at level 9. It's at level 10.
Yeah, we'll get the cool thing next.
Boo.
I guess I'm pretty cool at level 9.
What you
Unarmored movement improvement. I gain the ability to move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on my turn without falling during my move.
Okay, so you're a
Turning
mounted
into
goat.
ninja.
Yeah, I also have 55 walking speed, so...
Monks, yo.
Totally awesome.
You need me to climb that mountain? Okay, sure, Rockface.
I'll climb that mountain in no time flat. It'll be easy peasy.
No issues.
But you can't stop.
No, you have to keep moving.
Mm-hmm. If you stop, you fall.
Oh, what's this? Did I put a new class in D&D Beyond?
I don't know.
Ill Rigger?
Yoga what?
What's an ill rigger?
I have no idea. I'll have to check. Oh, this is the wrong one. Oh, this one.
Weird.
All right. So, the group is kind of splitting up again. We're gonna take this stage by stage. Who wants to go first?
Akorag wants to go first for sure.
For sure.
Would you like to know the thing that I just got in case it comes up?
Oh yeah, sure.
Because I'm not sure how it would. But in case I'm missing something, you could maybe help me. So it is called Grim Psychometry.
Oh no.
I gained a supernatural talent for discerning the secrets surrounding mysterious relics or places touched by evil. Whenever I make an intelligence history check to recall information about the sinister or tragic history of an object or place, I assume, you are touching or your current location, you have advantage on the check. At the DM's discretion, a suitably high roll might cause your character to experience brief visions of the past connected to the object or location.
Oh boy.
Don't touch me, please.
You know.
Don't touch me.
Yeah. Whatever, that is, I'm sure all is well. And so, yeah, I'm going to head out. And I'm going to be stealthy about it, making it to... making it over to the inner circle, the second circle, to Gorman's Goods. Headed there to get this here paint. I will stealth as much as possible until I get within a block.
Well, you're going to have to do a stealth check no matter what, because you're essentially, from what I understood of the plan, is everyone's going in disguise.
Plain clothes.
Plain clothes.
Oh, if you usually wear plain clothes, then you have to go in disguise. I think that would have been understood.
Okay,
Sorry.
If you say so.
You
that was not understood.
overestimated our ability to understand what you were saying.
Tim's, but we'll say he
Maybe
understood. And he put on a mask and a hood.
Like a different set of clothes, essentially.
Yeah, different set of clothes. We're going to try to cover up the fact from afar that he's a bugbear.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay. Stealth. That's a natty 20 on the ooh for 32.
Nice.
That is incredible. You know what? People think you're a tabaxi. Right now, people are thinking you're just a tailless tabaxi. Excellent.
Very big
Well done.
Tabaxi.
Very big tailless tabaxi.
Pretty big. Excellent. So I'm going to get within a block of the shop, and then, stealthily get onto ground level, and then walk in as a normal person would.
Okay. Well, what you walk into is kind of an oval building set in the middle of a bunch of lined buildings. It kind of sticks out a little bit. There's a big sign that you can see is lit through some kind of liquid that's in the middle that's been infused with arcane energy that just makes it shine. And it's called Jorman's Barrel of Goods. Once you enter in, you can smell a very pungent, alchemically smell of paint, essentially. And a lot of what he presents, especially on one side of this oval location, are different paint colors. Jorman stands in the middle of a circular counter in the middle of this location, kind of forming the ground to be a giant donut. As he stands in there, and a orange tabaxi looks up, smiles at you with his emerald eyes.
Wait, can we... Can we rewind a second?
A little bit, yeah?
No, I don't think.
How am I paying for this?
So
I would
Rodney...
have given you cash.
Yeah, you...
Oh, okay. Sir Rodney
Well,
never mind.
Sir Rodney probably would have given you 10 platinum, which would have been enough to get copious amounts of paint from different general stores.
Cool. All right.
Cool.
Fast forward.
Well, there we go. You come in, this tabaxi smiles at you and says, "Ah, yes, welcome to Jorman's Goods. How are you?"
I'm doing well. Are you the proprietor?
No. My name is Al.
Al, it's a pleasure to meet you. Might I speak to Gorman, please?
Yes. Maybe. He lethargically steps out from the counter, goes up a set of stairs that are in the back to an office that is set in what would kind of be the second floor. When you look at this building on the outside, it's just an extension on the dome of this building.
While he's walking up the stairs and not looking, I'm just gonna look around the counter, see what's over there, if anything nefarious or out of place.
Oh yeah, okay, give me an inspection. Or, what is it called? Investigation.
It's a 22.
22. Yes, there are a few things. You see the strong box that holds the petty cash at the front of the counter. A couple of notes. It looks like he was doing crossword puzzle of his own kind. And there's also what looks to be a heavy crossbow pointed towards the front of the counter, what would be the front of the counter where transactions are made, and is loaded and ready.
Did Al go into a room so as not to be around?
Yes, he went into a room that what looks to be on the second floor. Doors open. You can hear him talking to someone.
Cool. If possible, I'd like to just take the bolt out of the crossbow.
Okay.
And turn it backwards.
Turn the crossbow backwards or the bolt backwards?
No. The bolt backwards.
The bolt. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Give me a quick sleight of hand check.
And I want to do it quick.
That's making the DC more challenging.
The last thing I want is
Yeah. Good detail.
Yeah. Good detail.
11.
11. You start fumbling with it, and your fingers start moving around the shaft, and you manage to pop it up, but hear the door creak and pull back quickly to see that there are two people beginning to move towards the door, and Al is just now turning around. You just pulled back in time. But you didn't manage to flop the bolt around.
No problem.
He starts to come down with what looks to be a bugbear. Smaller in size, smaller than you, but very well dressed. Not the richest you've seen. It is only the 3rd floor. But he's still fairly rich. Starts coming down and sees you. Yes, I understand you wanted to speak to me personally, so I am stepping away from my important details to speak to you. Who are you?
Seeing that he's a bugbear, I'm just gonna put down my hood and say, I am Korag.
I thought you were at the backseat there for a moment.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Drummond. I am looking to make a large order, if possible.
His eyes light up a little bit. Well, a large order? I am always interested in those. What are you needing?
White paint. As much as you can give me.
White
Sell me, that is to say.
Paint. He steps around into the counter space area and pulls out what looks to be a logbook. Flips through and opens. We have readily available 100 coats of white paint that we can ship to whatever location you are looking for. Otherwise, what's your time frame on this? And how large?
How does a bag of holding work? Can it hold 100 quarts of paint?
That is a good question. Someone look that up quickly.
What's so is there a weight limit?
500 pounds seems to be.
Okay, so how many quarts of paint? Hold on.
There are 100 quarts of white paint that he has readily available.
100.
So how much does a quart of white paint weigh?
Well, that also depends on the type of paint.
This is true.
Yeah, apparently
it's lead-based.
Let's go generic. It's not lead-based. After the Gene Wars, I think they would know the dangers of making lead-based paint. They still make... Never mind, I can't make that joke. That is a heartless joke.
Okay, let's see. Quart of paint weighs 2 to 3 pounds. So let's see for the latex, 3 to 5 pounds for oil. Is this latex or oil?
Yeah. Either way, it fits fine.
Either way.
I'll actually take all 100 with me now, if that'd be possible.
So this is oil, so we'll go with 4 pounds per quart. So that is 400 pounds. He gives you some wide eyes, and we can certainly do that. It will... wrong voice. We can certainly do that. It'll take some time to put together, but...
How much time?
Yeah, Al, don't look at me. I can move, but not that quick. I will need to get some of my extra hands in. That much is quite a bit of moving.
Well, if you just move it right here, and I'll take it with.
He looks at the bag of holding. Ah! That would be easier. Do you mind if Al takes you a bag of holding? Wrong voice again. Gosh, that's good. Take a bit. You
Bring it together.
Yeah. Come on, get yourself together. Do you mind if Al takes your bag of holding and to the storage unit?
I will say it doesn't belong to me specifically, so I prefer it stayed with my person. But if it would be all right with you, I could accompany Al. I actually would like to see what other items are available that I might want to purchase, but I would want to see those.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, no. That's a 5.
Sorry, but there is no... only employees are allowed back there.
What if I slightly overpay?
Depends on how much you mean by slightly.
Well, how much does 100 quarts of paint cost?
Well, paint is not easy or cheap to make. It's at least going to be 1 silver per quart. It's only white paint, so no extra dyes. Otherwise, it would be 2 silver. Let's see, so 100. It's 1 gold for
10 gold.
10 gold, roughly, yes.
10 gold is 1 platinum. Is that?
That is 1 platinum, yeah.
How about I pay 15 gold for the lot and the ability to view the rest of your stores. 50%
Give
mark.
me a general deception check.
Am I trying to deceive?
How suspicious is it going to be when someone comes in, buys up all your white paint, and then suddenly symbols in Ultion's sign is showing up on walls? So give me a general deception check.
Fair enough.
This man is he's doing an insight check against you, essentially.
Oh, fair enough. I got a 10.
He narrows his eyes. I'll go check to make sure our coats of paint are all still in good condition. Al just shrugs and walks off. After Al goes through a trapdoor in the ground, he leans forward and... I'm not going to ask you what you're going to be doing with this.
Wise.
But I am going to charge you extra for my silence. Should questions start coming by.
Well, I will say, if it would harm you, I don't think that silence would necessarily be necessary. I wouldn't want anything foul to happen to your excellent establishment. But I do not mind overpaying, if that makes you feel better.
Solid words by someone who doesn't really know what they're doing. You're just a lackey, aren't you? Who's your boss?
I'll say I'm on an errand that wasn't my idea, but I don't mind.
Then I will ask the one question that matters right now. Who's paying you?
That would be telling.
5 platinum, and I'll make sure that whoever comes goes a different direction.
Gormand. I have a better idea, though. I was told that you are a purveyor of other type of items not typically found near police officers, for instance, and the like. I might have interest in acquiring such things.
Give me a persuasion check.
Why'd you send me to do this?
Because I didn't think you were going to be doing
This.
so many persuasion.
I got a 3.
I don't know who your contact is, but they might be wrong. $5 platinum, and I won't say a word. Otherwise, I cannot hold my tongue when they come asking questions.
I would like to.
No. I think you're wanting to do an insight check, right?
I am.
So, yes, absolutely, roll an insight check. While you're doing that, let me remind everyone as well, maybe also for the viewers, Grantinan is a place of common bribery. This is to be expected. Any transaction deal, there's going to be a bribery to it. So you would be very used to this kind of behavior coming from people.
So I'd like to know how serious he is about the number, 5 platinum, and whether I should just kill this person.
Oh, okay, yeah, go for it. Give me an insight check.
Good lord.
14.
Why did
14?
I send you?
You know
Don't I have a
enough.
meeting with this guy later? I have
You
a
sure
meeting
do.
with this guy later. Don't kill
So
him. You know this.
you know a couple of things with a 14 on your insight. He is not meaning any ill will, so to speak. It really is if they come asking questions. That's it. He won't seek out and tell people about it, but if they come asking questions, instead of answering truthfully with this bribe, he will send them a different direction. The other part that you'll understand is killing this guy will cause more pain for you than good.
Okay.
Mainly because you do know he is connected inside by Sir Rodney, and this is a good connection for Sir Rodney. He likes this connection.
Okay.
Killing him will not do well for you, personally.
This is why we check things out first before killing.
I
Okay,
really wish you rolled a natural 1 on that now.
I was eating that soup took a lot of concentration. Okay.
That was last night.
Well, that's when he said all this stuff.
Yeah.
Anywhoozle, well, I agree to your terms. On the caveat, do you have any paper?
He pulls out a loose piece of paper and puts it on the counter.
Excellent. You add in 100 pieces of paper.
Odd request?
Some say
Alright.
I'm an odd individual.
I would agree with those some. Very well. Payment?
Well,
Up front
How about-
first, there is no negotiating this fact. You pay me now, and I let you go down there and we start filling your bag. If you don't, there's the door right there. Final terms. Payment now.
fair enough, Gordon. He hands him 5 platinum.
He takes the 5 platinum without breaking eye contact with you. And then it takes roughly 20 or so minutes to fill up your bag with all of
They get
his
the paper.
white paint. And yes, he gets the paper. You
To
get.
be clear, I put the paper in the bag that isn't the bag of holding.
It's a good idea. You don't want the paint to all tumble around and tile your sheets of paper in big old vats of white paint. There you go. You have 100 quarts of white paint. There are other general stores as well if you want to fill that up to the 500.
I think 400 pounds worth of paint might be enough to get us started. I think we will pick up more later if need be.
Yeah, and I
Let's
feel
not
like
buy out the floor out of white paint. Okay.
this seems like a good yeah. The only place mentioned was Gorman's, so that's the only place that I went to. I will thank Gormand and Al. Thank you both for your assistance. Perhaps we'll meet again.
Pleasure doing business.
Korag will leave, go down the nearest alley, and start stealthing his way back to the hideout.
And amusingly enough, one alleyway down is Ultion and BT as they exit, as you're exiting, and head to Gorman's. So, you two.
Yes. I also take that bag of holding from you because I'm going to get started after this.
Oh, separate alleys. You're not countering it.
Alleys.
No. It's way too comical to make sure you didn't actually see each other.
All right, so you want me to go next?
Yes.
Okay. Taking 3rd level Artificer. Rolled a 4 on my D8. So I'm up to 69 now.
Hey.
It's not that bad. Not that bad.
Magic number.
I took Artificer Specialist Armorer. I get right tool for the job. Tools of the trade. 3rd level Armorer feature. I get Magic Missile and Thunder Wave. Arcane Armor. But this is the most important. This is the most important armor. I picked the Armorer feature Infiltrator. So I get the Lightning Launcher. We're gonna reflavor this to where it's just an extension of my
Fisty Fists.
My brass knuckles, my taser brass knuckles. Anyway, a simple range weapon with a normal range of 90 feet, long range of 300 feet. Deals 1d6 lightning damage on a hit. And once on each of my turns, I can add an extra d6 to that damage. Powered steps, walking speed increased by 5 feet, dampening field. I have advantage on dexterity checks. If I have an armor set on that gives me disadvantage, it nulls it, so I just roll normal.
Nice.
Very quickly, I also gain the following benefits from wearing arcane armor. If the armor normally has the strength requirement, the arcane armor lacks this requirement. You can use the arcane armor as a spellcasting bonus. Doesn't matter. The armor attaches to you and can't be removed against my will. Comes very much in handy. And I can doff and don the armor as an action.
2 things to note real quick regarding the Artificer Armorist. 1, those 2 types of armor, you can choose between long rests which kind you want for that day. The second little piece is the armor can be removed after you've died, after a certain amount of days after you died.
When I've died.
Yeah. So you have to be dead.
But I'll be dead.
For it to happen. Yeah.
And I think that is everything I get that is worthy of note currently. Right tool for the job. Pretty much I can just make my thieves' tools into artisan's tools or into this or into that, whatever I need them to be.
Yeah.
And I gain proficiency with heavy armor, which doesn't really matter because I really want that advantage. Yeah. Anyway, let me click forward here. What's next? View character sheet. For flavor, something I've been working on for a while. I think Big Tin will see this. When I'm done with it, probably right before we go to bed, I'm gonna turn it on, and this is how the arcane armor looks. You know the Dune vibrating armor, how it's like blue for a second and then disappears. Just everything goes blue for a second and then disappears.
Nice.
I can probably see that all the time, but anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Little waves of energy.
Okay, so we are going to sneak on out of here, probably using tunnels and such, but beforehand, I'm gonna get in. Well, pretty much all my disguise is me without my mask and like a raggedy sort of like shawl-like coat. Underneath, I'm still wearing the armor exactly the way it is, and I have I make up a new sign, "The end is nigh" sign, so I just look like a crazy vagrant walking the streets.
So how is a crazy vagrant walking the street supposed to have an iron hound with them?
Well, you can walk at a distance. You can.
Okay.
Well, can't you? You disguised yourself, so you can. Come on, we could figure out something. Hold on here. I think we could figure out something. What would it take? Oh
What?
man, it would take so much for me to be able to disguise you. Hold on.
Yes, it's changing my form is not the easiest. It took
Hold
a while
on,
to get
I
me into
might have
Iron Hound form from my Steel Protector form.
Let's see here.
I mean, I am liquid metal, but he's not allowing me to be a T1000 yet.
Not yet, you're still a youngster.
Yep.
Okay.
Growing pains.
I know disguise self is called disguise self.
There's
Would you
an
allow
argument
me
for this.
because I'm not actually using magic? Can I do the same thing but to Big Tin?
What are you gonna make me look like? A walking trash can?
Like
Suddenly
a regular
R2D2
dog.
shows up.
Like a regular dog is what you're gonna look like. It's just a very big dog.
Okay, no,
Like
this is
like
no.
a Great Dane.
This is
You're
possible.
gonna look like a Great Dane.
This is possible.
Okay.
You can absolutely do that. Here's what I'm going to require from that, though. Your right tool for the job needs to be on Disguise Kit right now.
Okay, I can do that.
And
Let me
your
go to my tools.
Disguise Self, we can say, because of this is doable mainly because of the flavoring of how the magic works in your character. You have it in a little device that has been retrofitted to do a different illusion, or a different disguise illusion set, that will wrap around BT to show a Great Dane, as opposed to an Iron Hound, which is about the right size.
Perfect. A very mangy, like this is a homeless man's dog. It happens to be a Great Dane.
Doable.
Okay,
I'll
and
still ask for a stealth check for you all.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
I have advantage on now, folks. Let's go. 28.
28. Cool. Perfect. Last thing about disguising BT as a Great Dane, you won't be able to use Disguise Self on yourself until you recover that piece of equipment.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
That is okay. Good thing I've always worn my mask.
I also can't use my
99%
camo system
of the time.
You sure can't. Yes, your camo system is ineffective as long as that
I
device
gave you a new camo system. Hush.
A different kind
My
of
camo system gave me advantage. Yours doesn't.
Oh, I can just pull that thing off of you at will. So whatever. If we get into trouble.
Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. 28's good enough for the two of you, though, to be able to get through most of floor 3 with just ease of travel. It's not too far. When you get there, Gormand is still inside the inner circle, speaking to Al, and the two of you will see the orange tabaxi and this smaller than normal bugbear. They both turn to the bell ringing when you come in. Oh, good. Doomsayers. Terribly sorry, we're about to go for lunch. No business right now, go away.
Wolf.
I think you'll change your mind in a second.
Did that dog just say wolf?
I'm going to deliberately look down at Big Tin with a...
I'll go get a haircut or something. All right, boss. Al goes and takes a hat from under the counter, starts walking past the two of you in a very, bless you, slow and deliberate way, smiles while slipping past you, Ultion, and exits out the front door. That's not a dog, is it?
As far as it concerns you, it is.
2 in a row. All right. Gesundheit. What do you need?
A lot of cloth. Green cloth.
You're barking up the wrong tree for that one, friend. You need cloth. You need to see Ellie.
Was
He
this
writes-
not the cloth one?
No, this is the paint guy.
Oh, but he was also the
Maps.
schematics guy.
Yes, he's the
And
schematic
reverse
guy.
all of that. Reverse all of that.
Ah.
Zip, zip. I need a map. Well, multiple. I hear you can purvey such an item.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I shall. You think I won't, but I will. Okay, nat 20. That's going to be my one of the game.
Oh, delightful. You say that, and the two of you hear a clink behind you as the door locks. I know the kind of air about yours. What kind of schematics are you looking for? They're not cheap, so whoever sent you there, if they said they were lying.
I have the money.
You better.
I need the schematics for every ventilation core on every level.
Give me an insight check.
Particularly,
The two of you can give me an insight check. He is looking at Ultion up and down.
particularly for the dredges. I'm going to say with an insight of... Okay, what's my insight?
Mine's straight up, so what you see is what you get.
Oh, 16. Not bad.
24.
24. 16. You can tell BT he's memorizing features on the two of you. Even though only on you, he can definitely only see just whatever illusions are over the top. For you, Ultion, you've dealt with these people before. He's memorizing features so that he can get a bribe out of you.
I wouldn't worry too much about that. My face isn't very well known. So whatever you think you have, you don't.
Well, whatever I think I might have, it still might take us, or take me someplace. The words of a stranger should never be believed up front, but they should be considered. I can get you your schematics. It'll take me 2 solars or so. Come back in 2. I'll be ready for you. Half payment now, half when you get back. For every
Lock the door
floor,
mechanically or magically?
magically.
Okay.
Good question. For all the schematics of every ventilation system, it is a lot. I'm going to need roughly 300 gold for that.
Okay. Is that full payment or half?
That's full payment,
first
so
half
he's
payment.
needing 150 up front.
Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I am going to give him, because 1 platinum is 100 gold, right?
Yes. Yeah. No.
this world?
10. 10. It's 10.
It's only 10.
Yep.
Oh, it's only 10. I thought it was 100. No, that was the last one, right? That platinum was.
No, you're thinking of the whole other world that I've only led a campaign for you in. That's that one.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right. That's the one it is. Never
That's
mind.
the one.
I don't know why that
Wrong
one locked
world.
in, but none of the other ones didn't.
It's the first one you visited.
All right, I give him 150 now.
Takes it. You wouldn't happen to know someone who's buying white paint?
Oh, that's privileged information.
And that's a yes inside our world.
Have a good day.
You too. The door unlocks by itself.
All right. I am going to message, before we switch to the next person, I'm going to message Mr. Timms and ask him where he is and where he wants to meet. And then that's me.
That conversation took a while. I'm not sure how far away the hideout is. Am I already back at the hideout at this point?
It's a few rings away from you, so you're probably at the gate to leave the inner second ring to go to the third ring by this point. Big white bases as well.
Just meet at the hideout. I think that'd be easiest. Safest as well.
All right. Head back.
And because I have the rare opportunity, that's going to be the end of this episode, everyone. Join us next week for everyone else.
The end may have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this rare